ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leam.
Hello and welcome to Awkward Question Time with me, Alex Leam, the show where we take a panel of comedians and subject them to an hour's worth of awkward and stupid questions. But not all the questions come from me, some will come from you as well, so submit your questions for the panel in the comments section, more cringe the better, and share, retweet or subscribe on YouTube. While you're at it, like my own personal socials, Facebook page and TikTok is at Alex Leam Stand Up. Follow me on Twitter at Alex Leam or search Alex Leam on YouTube. If you want to feel old, try getting a TikTok when you're knocking 40. Text the show's Nokia 3310. We have a brand new number. I say new number. It's been there for 7 weeks now. So that's 07852 52 13 27. That's 07852 52 13 27. Or to put it another way.
Come on, text Awkward Question Time. 07852 52 13 27. 07852 52 13 27.
It gets old. Well, it might for you. It doesn't for me. So if you are not watching live and you're watching the replay, let us know what time you're watching. And if you're watching us on a proper TV, DM us a pic at some point. Although the man that normally DMs us a pic, he's actually on the show tonight. So we'll get the panel on in no particular order. Please welcome Ben Turner, Ian Bowden, Pete K. Malley, and maintaining a record for most appearances on the show, Kitty Messalina. Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Great. Lovely. It's great. We need more than just waving. That'd be grand.
Hello.
Hello. There we go. There we go. Oh, lovely whistle. Lovely. I can see the station mirror on the comments already. Hello, am I early? Yes, that was 8:24 p.m. So quite early. I love the fact that Kitty has also messaged in the comments.
Always.
It's back. Feels like 2020 again. Yay. But we can go out whenever we want.
I thought I had to. Okay, bye.
No. Oh, damn it. Okay, we've just got her here. Ashley Partridge. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Ashley. Can you put number in chat? Thanks. I'm taking you mean the text number, not mine. I don't know, possibly. Sterling 719 says hello. Anyone know Sterling 7? No, I've never seen your name pop up before, Sterling. It was nice.
I know Sterling 17, but not 19. Yeah. Owen used to knock around with his brother.
We have a text already, which is, oh no, there's a jingle for this one too. Was that you, Kitty?
Hello. I was testing to see if you had my number saved.
Okay, no, I don't. I do now.
The opportunity for trolling is gone.
As I forgot with Nokia's, all the numbers are saved to the SIM card. So if you take the SIM card out, you lose all the numbers, as it was back in the day. So yeah. What's the number? Okay, I'll play you the chat line jingle once again.
I've put it in the chat. You don't need to. It's fine.
Have you put it on the group chat or the?
I put it on the YouTube comments. It might take
a while. Might take a while. I'll play you the 90s chat line jingle again, Ashley. Get a pen and paper ready. All right.
Come on, text Awkward Question Time. 07852 52 13 27. 07852 52 13 27.
I mean, it's catchy. How can you not know? It's not on Facebook one. Okay. Oh, he's off already. He's moaning already. Well, we'll leave you time to catch up, Ashley. So we'll get on to our first question, which is, who on the panel today lost a water fight with a 4-year-old?
That'll be me.
That'll be Ian. Ian. For some odd reason, it's got a bit weird with your lights, Ian. So you're appearing in silhouette, which, considering you're wearing Mickey Mouse ears, looks weird as fuck.
Yeah,
Your face is in silhouette, but your M&M's onesie isn't. We can still see that. Oh no! Oh god, that's even more sinister. We could just see your teeth when you smile. Well, now, so you're just like the worst witness protection ever because we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I don't know, just to lower my screen.
Lean over like that to your left whenever you have to answer a question so the sunlight gets you. There you go. That's it. That's got it. Yeah. So, under what circumstances did you lose a water fight? What happened?
Well, I got the wettest. Yes.
I'm totally clipping.
They kept filling up water from a swimming pool.
Did you know the 4-year-old prior to this?
Oh yes, she's my goddaughter.
Oh, sorry, I'm speaking to a man with silhouette ears. And Woo. Good.
Because anyone else just really just transfixed on Ian because it's just the weirdest look ever.
It's like when I was 2. No.
When I was 2, I went to Disney World, Florida, and the story goes. I mean, I don't remember this. This was from the 20th century, but the Barney the dinosaur was there, and that was okay because that looked like a dude in a costume, like on the telly. But then Minnie Mouse approached with these massive ears and these like grotesque features, and like any reasonable human being would, 2-year-old me burst into like terror and fear and tears. And the silhouette sinister ears, I'm just going to say, are like throwing me back 20 plus years. I'm not going to say quite how many. It's just like...
I'll be honest with you. I'll be disappointed if you had trousers on.
This is a onesie, but I'll just pull my...
He's gonna show us. Oh. There we go. He's walking around like a...
This is the worst porn film I've ever seen.
It's like a court case where they just bring him up from prison by a video link.
Is he
that chair is like an evil Taskmaster.
It is, isn't it?
It's like
between Taskmaster and the Iron Throne.
Waluigi version of Taskmaster. It's like
it's more like Squid Game.
Well, that's good. The good news is we can see you now, Ian. So that's good because I don't know if anyone else has seen this. I was getting real vibes of this horror movie version of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Ben? There's like all the characters, but they're sort of mass murderers wearing the masks because Winnie the Pooh went into public domain.
Yeah. So, I can see that because no one ever mentions the fact that Winnie the Pooh walked around without any pants on. It's not right, is it?
Yeah.
Let that go because he was set in a wood. What?
Okay. Now there's a blinding light on Ian, which is making him look worse. Because all I can see now is ears and eyes. It's like chroma key gone wrong or something.
Do you need to shut some curtains, perhaps? No. Is that what's happening?
I like
that was the lesser of two evils.
I love how it's illuminating his eyes, like in the Addams Family, Morticia just only had her eyes illuminated.
What's that film with the rabbit?
There's a lot going on in that screen.
There's a lot of films with rabbits.
No, do you like it's a horror film and it's got a rabbit?
Not Donnie Darko.
Yeah, Donnie Darko. That's what.
Donnie Darko. There we go.
Fatal Attraction.
If Wish made Fatal Attraction.
I thought you were just doing. Sorry,
go back to the comments. There's a heck of a lot tonight that's sort of like clippable that I can put out of context, including this message from Roger. It was better with the lights off. It's like a bad representation of a Cyberman, or good, depending on what you're saying. Good. Ashley Partridge has found the number, Katie. He's found the number. So there we go. Katie does comedy. Katie Brown, hello. Good evening. Hello.
Yay.
Hello. I like the fact that Ashley was nudging you. He kept putting Kitty Messalina.
I had to go to Facebook. I'm like on the stream and like on my phone and looking really disengaged. And every now and then it's like, oh yeah, you're talking about evil rabbits. And I'm like, I could make an Anya from Buffy reference. Oh, it's gone too late. It's just like, oh, my phone. What? Like.
Okay, there's Katie giving George Coppin's catchphrase. I hope so. I like the fact we're about 15 minutes in and you've not texted me to say that I'm old.
I figured season 3 needed a new meme, but I don't know what it is yet. I kind of figured it would come out through this.
You got a spring chicken.
Oh, stop.
He's like a decade or so older than me, and therefore it's just inherently funny to call out that like relatively small but significant enough to take the piss out of it like thing.
I'm Alex's dad.
Finally.
What a way to find out.
Let's find out.
It's like a shit Star Wars.
We were the same colour until I moved into Ian's house, and now I look washed out. Katie and Roger are now having a chat in the comments. Hi, Katie. All right, Roger. They're going on. We'll let them chat a bit further. We'll get on to our next question. Lowering the tone somewhat, a bit darker and deeper in every sense of the word. The Titanic. Seriously, what's the fascination?
Are you specifically on the latest submersible thing? Because I've shared like 150 memes and I'm not stopping.
Yes, there's lots to unpack with that on its own. But also, I mean, what is the fascination with the Titanic? It's not that
it's
great.
The hubris of it all. In both scenarios, 111 years ago and now, you've got a bunch of like supremely rich people who think that they're unstoppable and come out with all this like, who needs lifeboats? Who needs safety features? We'll just do our own thing. And they're like, hey, have you seen that massive iceberg? We're like, hey, have you seen this like pressure that'll implode it all? And they're like, oh, but I'm rich. And then they turn out that they're mortal. And it's like,
Didn't the rich people make it into the lifeboats, and all the
some of them
people in steerage, they just drowned?
Some of them. It's messy.
Yeah.
Also, there was enough room on that fucking door.
Was in it.
What's that, Pete?
It would have been better. I don't know about you. Was watching it. I was watching all the news, and there was a part of me that thinks is Jason Momoa kind of come along and save them all, because that would have been proper news.
Yes, same could be applied with the Wagner Group advancing on Moscow.
Where was absolutely?
Yeah,
where was
I'd quite like to see Gaza turn up in Moscow with some chicken and a fishing rod. That would be amazing.
Would it be great if it wasn't for the fact that all the major fast food brands disowned Russia last week, so we'd have to get like Kremlin fried chicken.
So Jimmy Five Bellies would sort him out, don't we?
He's still alive.
The Titanic thing is odd, though, isn't it? Because it's the only thing I've watched recently. Dave Grohl's not in.
He's in the tank. Surprise!
The fact that My Heart Will Go On is now back in the charts, like that. I love humanity sometimes. Like we're all terrible together. You know, like I've seen some truly beautiful tweets and memes and all the rest and some hilarity, but the fact that just collectively people have gone, My Heart Will Go On, let's get it in the charts. So it's like top tier.
I don't know if you're saying this or not, but are you implying that Celine Dion is partly responsible for the submersible?
I mean,
that's not the worst conspiracy theory ever.
Honestly, I think she's getting a great deal out of it, and maybe she should sponsor a bunch more billionaires to go down. You know, like Musk and Zuckerberg are about to have a cage fight. I think she should get in there, being like, do it on a submarine. Get Bezos involved, get Gates in, get all of them together at the bottom of the ocean. Just that's a start, right?
So she's manipulating events to try and get a Vegas residency back.
I'd quite like to see. I'd quite like to see James Corden do Titanic carpool karaoke.
Mate, it would sink within seconds, like his career.
What? So he'd be at the front with his arms out like that, going, "I'm king of the." Oh shit, I'm drowning. Yeah, I could get on board with that. That'll be fine. That'll be absolutely fine. Mafia Don Ian, your thoughts on the Titanic? Let's go to the man in the M&M's onesie who's brightly lit.
Well, maybe the orchestra is still down there, so everybody wants to get down to get the musical instruments.
That's a point. Yeah.
Apart from the fact they might be a bit waterlogged, they could be worth a bit by now.
It's £250,000, right, for this little meant to be a round trip excursion. That's like a house, right? That's like an all right house.
I do think there's better ways to spend $250,000. I think
you say that though, but the house would definitely sink. You'd have to have something with quality things.
Yeah, that's true. Breeze blocks on their own are fine. I'm still trying to process the reference to Jimmy Five Bellies because I just think it's great. Let's just get as many 90s references in tonight as possible to confuse Kitty. That would just be
I'm just glad it wasn't around when I was a kid, because I reckon my mum and dad would pretend that they were interested in timeshares or something to get a ride in there.
Okay, if you could choose your mode of death for £250,000, what would it be? Okay, you've got to answer first. No, you just laughed like that.
This has got my face on the stream. Oh gosh, this is once again. Like, I'm a little pervert. There's many ways I want to die. Let's not dig into it too deeply, right?
We've got 40 minutes.
There would be some asphyxiation and some impaling, and we can all use our imaginations. Carry on.
Sorry, I'm just using my imagination.
We are using our imagination. Yeah, that's why we're quiet for a second.
Like, surely everyone's planned their death. That's not just me, right?
I've just reminded of the Frankie Boyle joke of "There's no good way to die. No one's ever heard of cocaine-fueled orgy."
Loads of people die that way. What?
You say that with authority, like you've got official statistics.
Like celebrities in particular, it's all like, oh, what happened? And it's like, oh, well, he had like 3 dildos up his bum and like, you know, was high on every substance and went out with a grin. Like,
Kitty, you know my nan.
But you know what? But when that story reached the local paper where they're from, it would just be, he was no angel.
The thing is,
He was a character.
so there are some things, like, I don't partake in various substances. I don't mind if other people do, just not how I work with my own brain chemistry. But I do think that if you are over 80, or if you are, like, terminally ill, or, like, you know, all the things where it's like, oh, but it's addictive. Like, okay, they've got time. Like, they've not got the time. It'll be fine. Like, I feel like there are some times where, like, if you're 80, you should be able to do heroin, right? You should just be able to. That should just be allowed. They're like, you've had a good innings. Go have that, like, euphoria that's meant to be amazing. Like,
Keith Richards did it when he was 18. He's doing it 60 years later.
Yes, that's a very long-winded suicide from Keith Richards. Think about it. Go back to the comments. Ashley Partridge, I hope that he is tagging you in these comments, because out of context, this looks weird as fuck. He's putting in methods that he wants to die and tagging you, but it looks like he's being threatening. So he's put push off a bridge.
that's how you want to die, trying to push me in.
In River Trent into Messalina. So thanks for that. Dan Barnes, coincidence that Little Mermaid is out at the same time. One hell of a marketing campaign. Good point. Martin Carrick, I think a certain director is now looking at Titanic 2. He's got a good story for it.
That one does have Jason Momoa in the profile picture. That's Aquaman.
Shit.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
It's all connected.
Which one?
The Martin Carrick.
It looks like, is it Jimmy Cranky or Jason Momoa in the picture?
He said it, Martin, not me. I was confusing him with Aquaman. He went there. He went there. He's just put, yeah, it is. Titanic 2, I did. Oh, he's laughing. Oh, good. He's laughing in.
Thank you,
and
It's crying. It's crying, really.
Ashley Partridge, maybe push you in Canal House boat to Chesterfield would be interesting. Okay, we're going to ignore Ashley.
Chesterfield, but now we've got Chestfield. That is so sinister. That's like disembodied parts in a field, and it's like somewhat like sexualized, like the chest field. Like,
I don't know about anybody else here, but when I do a gig and I don't want Ashley in the crowd.
No,
I died on stage. You literally will die on stage, won't you?
I'm starting to get creeped out by him being here virtually. So being in an audience, keep it up, Ashley. See if you can make us all fear for our own lives by the end of the night. Chester Zoo. Yes, he's getting there.
Just random words there.
He's getting there. Just going back to Martin's earlier comment, I did think earlier this week on the game, the whole thing, I mean, whatever you think about Muinez is tragic enough, but the worst part is you just know that Tom Hanks has already been lined up to be in the fucking movie about this. You can just see it happening. And possibly, what's her face that is in everything? Absolutely bloody everything. Mental block.
Judi Dench.
That's not even close to who I
Do
was
we
thinking,
want to
but
make
yes. Yeah, fuck it. Judi Dench in there playing an American ex-Marine.
not an original line.
She could
Can I
do
just
it.
point
She
out
could do
here, I
it.
think you've all been very disrespectful. Dame Judi Dench.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not an additional line, not an original line. I can't remember whose it is. I'm sorry, I don't know who to throw credit to. But the original Titanic movie, Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't want to be it anymore because it's like too many years old now. It's like 30 years old now, so Leo doesn't want to be in the movie.
Yeah.
If anyone knows whose that is, please, it's not mine. Someone take some credit.
That's good. That is good.
I've got so many like submersible ones I really want to throw out, and none of them are mine. It's all like Nat Guest had one of like, if I was a billionaire at the bottom of the ocean, I'd pull myself up by my bootstraps and all that. And
yes, I saw,
several
I saw
people, I don't know who the originator was, doing the whole like, well, there's loads of oxygen up here, maybe some of it will trickle down.
Okay, I'm slightly worried about you, Ashley. Martin, how are you doing today? Do you fancy a McDonald's? Kitty Messalina, are you in any movies?
I think you added the moi, to be fair.
Oh, it's implied. It's implied. It's definitely implied. I sort of like I'm creeped out, but I'm enjoying this as well. Are you Kate Winslet? No, I'm not. I hate to disappoint you.
Honestly, if any of us get a knock on the door during the show, I'm not going to go answer it.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
I want to hear that line said again, but I want to hear Ian say it.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Oh, there's reverb as well. Oh,
Was it no, it wasn't the Titanic, it was the Reader, where she had to wear a merkin, Kate Winslet, for one of
Angela
her films.
Merkin.
She had to wear Angela Merkin.
But it's one of my favorite Winslet trivias, is just like she had to wear a fanny wig because she was doing like vintage films and they used to have it in fashion and she couldn't grow her own back, and it was just merkins, they're not talked about enough, you know?
well, no. It's a word. It's a word I've not heard for quite a while. I did have.
There's a burlesque group in the East Midlands called the Gilded Merkin, which I think is a beautiful name. I've never seen them live, but every time I see a poster, I'm like, the Gilded Merkin, top tier. Have some free advertising to the 3 people watching.
Katie, if you're still watching, Katie, I know you've dabbled in burlesque in the past. Let us know if you've heard of the Gilded Merkin.
I'm just going to let my cut in.
Gilded Merkin. It's the worst Marvel superhero franchise ever.
The actress I was trying to think of, she was in Marvel, Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, thank you. It was close enough to Judi Dench.
Scarlett Johansson's not a dame.
You could play one.
Do you know Christopher Biggins?
Roger Bolter, surely a film about imploding submarine would be The Abyss.
Rimshot. Denied.
That was for the lack of laughter when I read that out.
I don't understand. Is this a 90s reference? Is this another 90s reference?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a really cool film in the 90s, but it wasn't very good, but it looked good.
It just takes forever to get anywhere.
Yeah. Is that a 90s reference?
Unlike the Titanic.
Like, I don't know what that is. Is it a 90s reference? Or is this just legitimately trying to find out where I am?
I think so. What's your favourite spaceship? Ashley, are you okay? Do we need to stage an intervention of some description? Or
Ashley, has Ashley got a random word generator on his computer?
Possibly.
Is this ChatGPT? ChatGPT, what question should I ask for question time?
Can you see the stop sign in behind me? You've got to identify the red traffic light. Then we'll believe you're not a robot.
I'm going to
press the screen where you see comedians. We'll check the text. I've got a funny feeling Ashley is also texting as well. So I've had the first one that's come through, which is surprisingly long for a Nokia. Hello, everybody. Happy 60th, Alex. Kitty Messalina, you are amazing. I hope to see you soon. Did anyone see Jack Whitehall this week at Motorpoint? And what's your favourite fruit? Thanks, Trevor McDonald. Those exact words. Trevor McDonald is my name. Do you like it? IATV. I'm out of depth now. Is that slang?
Alex, when you finish with this, if you want, but just can you text me in the morning to make sure you're safe?
Will do.
Not 3 times.
Should somebody call the authorities now that Ashley is occupied with this show? It'll be like sudden knock at the door. Another one from the same number that just says mud wrestling, Kitty and Mark Zuckerberg.
That is some kink.
That is. And it looks like whoever is sending these has also tried to send emojis to a Nokia 3310. That's what it's come up as. Happy birthday and a lot of squares. I don't know. I might turn the phone off.
The squares represent bullets, so that's fine.
Or hugs.
Number of teardrops for the number of people they've killed.
This got dark tonight, didn't it? Well, Martin Carrick, they found a grave in Cork in Ireland. Jack Dawson died 1912. People were visiting it and leaving flowers, not knowing it's a film, and he's not real. True fact. As opposed to those not true facts.
But also, the grave wouldn't be there. He famously, in the film, was in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, it was closer. I think it was closer to Boston than Cork at that point.
But Modoc's got a grave, and he died in the ocean.
I just love the laugh that was added at the end.
Yes, no one likes Rupert Murdoch. Another 90s reference, I know. Sorry.
No, that's ongoing. That's ongoing.
I've not died in the ocean. I've died at Spondon Liberal Club.
Oh yeah.
There we go. That was
the next gig that Ashley Partridge turns up at. Next question. Moving swiftly on. Right. So, what is on Elton John's set list tonight at Glastonbury? Wrong answers only. So, I've heard.
Alex, say Glastonbury again.
Glastonbury.
And who's Elon John?
Is that Twitter guy?
For fuck's sake.
Is a campus Twitter guy.
Oh shit. Okay, my reputation for being really bad at proofreading is still great. Fuck Elon John. If anyone is really quick with Photoshop and can put together a mashup of Elon Musk and Elton John before the end of the show, that would be great.
Literally, that's what AI art is for.
Yes, this is your time, DALL-E or Midjourney. What's on Elton John's set list tonight at Glastonbury? Wrong answer.
I think it's Candle in the Wind, Nadine Dorris edition.
Oh right. So what alternative lyrics are in the Nadine edition?
I didn't know there was going to be a follow-up question.
Hence the name of the show. So I'll just stay in that position actually, Ian, because with how the light is hitting your face, it looks like you've got a really big white moustache. No, stay put, stay like that. Down it. There we go. Lovely.
I've not seen the horrifying CGI film Cats of the musical, but I feel like you would fit in right beside like James Corden, Dame Judi Dench, you and the M&Ms with the big white moustache. Like it's a look.
Like a cat that's been dressed up by its owner.
I think that's good. Do you know what you talk about Elton John? I do think he'll sing Blue Eyes, and Ian will come out with bright blue eyes and these heads on, and the whole of Glastonbury will rather they listen to the Arctic Monkeys again.
I heard bad things. Were they really as awful as?
He's crooning to his own songs, basically. I would like Elton to come out to do Sacrifice, but come out with like a Wicker Man.
Literally sacrifice them.
Yeah.
I would like the Candle in the Wind and Princess Diana come back to life.
So that's how he'd end his career, being a necromancer.
Praising people's
She was in the
spirits.
shower all along.
It was Camilla all along. Oh.
What would be the most inappropriate song for Elton to
I just think going on and going full out, like closer 9 Inch Nails, and like really leaning into it, and having everyone there just not quite sure how to respond with the like intensity.
That worked for Johnny Cash. He did a 9 Inch Nails cover.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah, but
dying.
he can pull that off. Like, he's got big DILF energy.
Yeah, and he was yeah. I'd
Maybe
like
the
him
most
to do-
inappropriate one would be Tiny Dancer, and then he brings on Jimmy Cranky
You're going to anger
on the
that guy
piano.
again.
Oh, that's the point. Yeah, shit, the comments have gone absolutely mad now you said that. Ashley Partridge is now stopped watching on Facebook and is now on YouTube.
Oh, and he's got bugs of tissues.
And has just put YouTube. Hello. You can't do super chats. That's very sad. Okay. Martin Carrick, going back to earlier, has just this is beautiful, Martin. Under the Sea, dedicated to all those in that sub. Nice. Very nice. Katie does comedy, bump and grind. Now then, I could see Elton doing R. Kelly, phrasing an R. Kelly song. Yeah.
Just Yellow Submarine would do for the latest.
Or Who Lives with Bin Laden Under the Sea, SpongeBob SquarePants. Is that an actual thing that's about? Because I want to get straight on YouTube when this is finished. Just see if SpongeBob has sung Under the Sea with Bin Laden. Two Little Boys. No, Ashley. No.
Well, going back to Elon John, he'd obviously do Rocket Man.
Aha! Thank you for making my typo work. Roger Palter has got the suggestion of Goodbye Purple Bricks Road for anyone that's retiring from being an online estate agent. Alex, don't worry. Okay, it's all fun. Everyone, I only come out on Tuesdays, Alex. It's the repetitive mentioning of the names that I think is the most.
I don't know, Ashley, but he sounds like a shit cyborg.
And also 2 more messages received.
It's the repeating of the names. I'm really fond of people using like over politeness to be threatening. Like a good like Cockney usage of the word sir, being like, very good, sir, don't worry about that, sir. Keep it to yourself, sir. We've got multiple copies, sir. You wouldn't want anyone to know, would you, sir? Very good, sir. Bye, sir. It's that level of like
we're all rendered catatonic a bit by the performance, and we're all now thinking, were you in Oliver?
actually, yes.
I had a feeling, I had a hunch. I thought you might have been.
Do you know what? I'd quite like Elton to come on with Prince Andrew, so they could just do Benny and the Sweats.
I think it's just something really left field, like Three Lions would be a good one for it to start with.
Well, Dave Glow's going to come on, isn't he, again? So you may as well do something Foo Fighters-ish. It's a matter of when.
I know, but they'd go really serious with it, with just him on piano doing like a really low, mellow version of like Everlong or something.
Would it be bad taste if he sang I'm Still Standing with the English wheelchair basketball team?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the easiest way. It's the easiest way to answer it.
I love the way you said that, like you were going to do them a favour, like you had them on speed dial.
Sorry, Alex says no. It won't fly. Sorry. Down. Now that the sun is going down slightly, the moustache has moved up and it now looks like war paint.
Yeah.
No, it's like anime blushes. It's like,
oh yeah. It is.
Pocahontas, eat your heart out.
Or a little bit like an inverse version of him being in the Kiss Army.
Yeah.
Because there's the one that looks a bit like a cat. The rest of them look like
the cat, filth. Yeah. The cat.
Now I'm going for Crime Watch photo bit.
Notice me, senpai.
Yeah, now it looks like we're just trying to protect your identity.
Peter Criss, yeah, that's it.
Peter Criss was either the fella that was the cat.
He's a cat. He's the one I always thinking Kiss. You must have said, I've got fire. I'm a fire-breathing demon. The other goes like, I'm a star child. And Peter Criss obviously wasn't listening because somebody goes, "What do you want to be?" And it's like, a cat. And he's just like a rubbish cat. But you're a good cat. You're a good cat, Ian. You're a tonk cat.
So there.
He's telling me I'm a good cat.
Good cat. Not like a sex
Katie, you're a good cat.
No.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Martin Carrick, how about don't let your son go down on me, Philip? Hello. Who'd have thought there'd be some people thought there'd be diminishing returns with Philip Schofield jokes. Not me. Not me. No, firstly,
it's a Philip
are you
Schofield
okay?
joke.
I was thinking Prince Philip, but he's dead now.
I just thought I'd forgotten one of your names, to be honest. I was.
No. On the text, thanks whoever's just sent the word boobies. Thanks for that. It's a Nokia, not a Casio calculator.
You do it.
Yeah. So a couple more texts. What's your favourite type of shape? Not the most awkward of questions, but thanks for your contribution nonetheless.
Hexagonal prism. Because when I was in school, the tables were labelled after shapes, and the stupid kids were triangles, and they got more complex the further you. And the smart table was the hexagonal prisms. Yeah.
You're a good cat. Yes. Next question. Is Alex wearing makeup today? Spelt wear and in put together. No. Is the answer to that? Yeah.
Wherein lies the problem?
Yeah, wherein? I'm not wearing makeup. As I mentioned before we started the show, the purple sort of background that is on this reflects back on my face and makes me look a bit gammony while we're doing this. So I've spent all of this season just looking like I should be on the front row of actual question time, looking really peed off. So how dare you not say Brexit's going well?
It's all too woke. Are we doing it right?
Yeah. Martin Carrick, sorry, Ashley, out with my buddy Aquaman drinking and hunting someone down. Are they trying to outdo each other
window
now? Yeah.
Are they hunting each other? Is that what's happening? Because you really need to properly negotiate consent for an abduction scene, because it can go really wrong if you haven't properly talked through what you're looking for from the scenario and properly established what you're looking for the vibes of the scene, as well as your safe words and that.
So
stay safe.
Let's take our bets. Who do you think will still be alive at the end of the show, Ashley or Martin?
I'm not sure.
Who do you think? What
I've realised, though, if you squint at Martin's profile picture, it looks like Ash Preston stood next to George Coppin.
If you're not in the biz, trust me, that's bang on.
Just trying to plug that. They told me to plug them tonight, so there you go.
There we go.
Search them out. They're very funny.
George Coppin is my favourite Hollywood actor ever. George Coppin, is that the guy who's in what's that film he's in?
The Disney Plus one.
Yeah.
No. Artemis Fowl. He was the best thing in Artemis Fowl.
Good. It's just a pity that this is the 1 week he's not watching. And
was he? He was rubbish in Artemis Fowl. He was shitting there.
I'll drop a line in the group chat.
Yeah, I was going to say that you bigged him up, but he might take that the wrong way.
Tread carefully. He does.
Ashley should put George Coppin or George Coopin. That's not even.
He's George. He's George's French counterpart.
Was George Coopin in Star Wars? No, George.
His
Coppin
dad was.
Yeah, and his dad was. His dad was an Ewok. Yeah, his dad was an Ewok. I feel like I'm giving Ashley a hard time, but he's sort of dominating all of the stuff that's coming in. So fuck it.
Have we got a new question?
That's the point. Yeah, I don't think we'll quite beat the record of least amount of questions asked in an hour, which is 2.
I do feel like I've been held hostage tonight. I don't know why.
A little bit.
It's nice to be held, though.
It is.
The next question, which I was still trying to type out when it was 10 seconds before we were due to come on air, and I thought, no, I'm not going to actually type it out now because it's sort of in keeping with the nature of the question that I left it to the last minute, which is, what's the lamest reason that you have procrastinated? What is the lamest thing that's caused you to procrastinate? Mine is definitely spending 40 minutes reading the Wikipedia article on Tizer. this was my train of thought. It was summer of 2018. I was just about to go up to the festival. I've got a lot of commissions for fringe posters, so I'm thinking to myself, going to Edinburgh soon, Scotland, where Iron Brew is from. I wonder where Tizer was made. I know. I'll look this up now. No, you've got work to do. This first. So then I was not just looking up Tizer, but then clicking on all of the links of Tizer and reading. That's 40 minutes of my life.
TV Tropes is the worst for that. TV Tropes, the website. You end up with like 6,000 tabs open, and like it's a massive rabbit hole.
Explain what TV Tropes is for the uninitiated.
So it's a wiki that has like all of the tropes and character archetypes and things that go together into like every TV show, book, story, whatever. And I'll have just finished a series and still be in love with it, and I'll be like, time to read the TV Tropes page about that show that I loved, and it'll list like 300 things that are kind of relevant, and then it will within that have like not to be confused with all these related things and the opposite things, and then suddenly I've lost 6 days.
I've done exactly the same thing, but I don't know if you've ever sort of like in the back of your mind going, I'll note all this down for when I write a sitcom, and then don't. So
I'm still meant to be writing a musical.
You still sort of convince yourself that you're doing it for some sort of a good reason, a valid reason, but no, you're just wasting time.
I was going to say I'm glad it's not locked down anymore for many reasons, but I'm pretty sure when the guy, the team, the guy or girl who finally got the vaccine over the line, that the very same day I would have been Googling how many dogs played Wellard in EastEnders. I think it's 3 because I think one appeared briefly, so most people go with 2, but I think it's 3.
I was about to say, did you retain the knowledge? Because I can't remember a thing about Tizer.
Yeah, so yeah, and Wellard was played by a female dog on all occasions, including the daughter of the original. So there.
That's like a less impressive Bart Simpson is actually a woman story.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty impressive.
Just relating the facts, sorry for not making it more sensational.
That's right. I'm not criticising whichever actress played Wellard's range.
But we can now say Wellard in the pitch without being absolutely true.
But you don't need to go down like internet rabbit holes. Like, I have ADHD. I can distract myself with my own brain. I don't need to be procrastinating. I don't need to be in the internet. I don't procrastinating when you're meant to be doing something, but instead you're making yourself silly. Come on, like, why do you think I was late to AQT? I mean, what? No, it's we don't like. My brain is enough. I don't need to fall down internet rabbit holes because I will just like zone out and suddenly time has gone.
She's got a rabbit of a different kind.
We're all still absorbing procrastinating. Suddenly, the show feels like a cross between Pornhub and Only Connect.
I think
that's what OnlyFans is.
I think it's true though that your browser history is more shameful not for like anything X-rated. It's just for the ridiculous things you Google. I generally did Google once. Do all birds in England go away for Christmas?
Birds have regional accents. That's the thing.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine having this little row? Where are we going this year? Oh, we're going to my mum's. Not all the way to bloody South Africa. The food's rubbish there. Can't we just go to ours? It's just, but some do stay.
I love how migrations sound like just going home for Christmas. That's beautiful. And also, I'm just now trying to picture what an owl would sound like with a Yorkshire accent.
Wise, Alex. He would sound wise.
No, that's Glaswegian, isn't it? I'll go. Yeah. With my typos earlier, can't really trust my brain for anything tonight. Martin Carrick, I once read that Gino De Campo was from Sheffield and the Italian thing is an act. I believed it because it was Wikipedia. Spent ages on the internet reading about it, trying to find out. And yes, he's Italian. If anyone else thinks this about Gino De Campo, you think, how long have you lived in the UK, yet your accent's got worse?
Yeah, it's nonsense, isn't it? There's no way he's got that accent. It's absolutely absolutely. We all know Gordon Ramsay's from Blackpool, and we all know Gina DeCampo is from Brighton. Fact.
There was that's a rather bit of a thing that happened when I was on honeymoon. Long story short, marriage didn't work. I'm divorced, but this was about 11 years ago. I had a honeymoon in Italy, and there's not the drinking culture in Italy that there is in the UK. So if you're having something alcoholic, it's with wine. So it's that sort of thing. So we found the one place that would serve us a drink close to our hotel. That would just serve us, but it was a bar, come corner shop, come restaurant.
That's too many times to say "come,"
isn't it? Yeah. So the
But
guy,
he was on his honeymoon. To be fair.
yeah. We'd been together 7 years. All joy in that department had gone right out the window by this point. So the guy that was serving us, he looked Italian. He was shouting at the people in the back room in Italian. He was gesticulating and I was going over there, being very stereotypically Italian. Then he turned to me and went, "All right."
And was it Gina DeCampo?
No, I thought because his entire demeanour changed. I mean, he not only did he stop talking in Italian accent, he stopped behaving in Italian. He sounded like he was a Brummie. And it just spanned me out. So I was like, "Yeah, can I get a pint of Peroni and a large white wine, please?" And, "All right, you're staying."
Do you know what though? When you went to his mates. Oh my God, my Brummie accent was spot on. He bought it.
I found out later after we had that drink. I went back to get more drinks. He just went, "Say it again." Then broke off midway to then. So like that. Point, wasn't it? So this was spinning us out. Just going, is he Italian? Is he Brummie? I've got to ask him. So I went, well, I'm asking, are you Italian or are you English? He went, "Well, I'm from Italian. I'm from Italy. I'm Italian, but I spent 15 years working for Rover near Dudley." So that was until industry closed down. Statue for you, innit? You know what I mean? And so that was it. So he had this sort of like weird dual nationality where he completely just disregarded everything Italian and became Brummie while he was talking to us and just turned into a barman. It was beautiful, if not confusing. Sterling 719 and Ashley Partridge are now having a conversation. That's midway through it. I do prefer frogs with a frog emoji.
Fair play for finding a frog emoji.
That is good. Have you been to a Carton's Dead in Sheffield? No, this feels like a trap.
So specific.
They're talking about frogs' legs and how many do they have. They've got their own show going on now in the comment section. Is that true or false? Thankfully, nothing on the text. I think whoever was responsible for all that has been apprehended. Fizzy will get you. Okay, right. Moving away from Ashley now. Moving swiftly on. Right, we shall do. We've not done this for a while as we're coming towards the end of the show. We're going to do a show and tell. Now, just having a look where Ben is at an unfair advantage because he's in the room that you're all going to need to go to. So I'm going to say something.
Everyone's going to my house.
Yeah, to your kitchen.
Ashley's already there, halfway there.
He's in the cupboard. So I want to say a room in your house and something you need to get, and then you need to come back and get it, and then you'll have 30 seconds to do so. So you have 30 seconds to get something from your kitchen that can double as a dildo. Your time
Alex,
starts now.
30 seconds.
Back. Right, I've just realised that this humidity and sitting in a pleather chair does not good for your crevice. Right. We've all got things. That
Unnecessary use of crevice.
Another thing that could be clipped and taken out of context. Out of context, Graham Whistler will have some friends next week.
What to do?
Right. So we will. Seeing as Ben was closest and just literally had to turn around, show us what you've got there.
Well, I'll just pull this out of my pants. It's a rolling pin.
A rolling pin.
And just for if you don't want to start so enormous, there's a smaller, smoother one.
That's very thoughtful.
That's for more the delicate pastry.
The eyebrow lift when you said delicate pastry just gave it a whole new meaning.
You're a delicate little pastry. What is that?
Pete, your item.
I've got this from Ben's pants also. A beechwood porridge spurtle. I've never actually heard that word. I've never used it. Well, I have used it. I have. Yes, a porridge spurtle.
A porridge spurtle?
Yes.
It's got a little bow tie on it as well.
And it says porridge spurtle, but you have to say in a funny Scottish accent.
Sowing your oats.
Thanks,
That's
Ben.
great. That's beautiful. Did somebody drop something when Pete held that up? Because I heard a crash.
I thought it was me knocking my kitchen drawer.
Oh, right. Okay. I just think it wasn't that shocking. Somebody must have inserted something that shaped like a thistle before. Ian. Wow.
Oh, that's detachable, so that.
So that's for extra stimulation.
And the hand moves as well.
Lovely. That's just the grin on your face as you're imagining as you're taking it.
I don't know about you, but I'm
Is that
imagining
going?
Ian in hospital going, "What happened?" Well, I sat on the M&M man.
Katie, seeing as you didn't like having to move someplace,
I get 25% extra time in exams, okay? This, you should have warned us in advance. I am fat. You want me to run up and down these stairs? I don't have a fucking handrail. I could have died, Alex. Anyway, I got this, which is extra virgin, but you don't have to be. And it's oil so you can lube yourself, but it'll probably give you a yeast infection, so don't. But it was about the right size and shape, and I had 30 seconds to get there and back.
Yeah. I love. Does anyone else feel that you're just watching late night on QVC? You were really selling it beautifully, even with the hand model thing. I'm like, it has millions of uses. Already lubed. I've got this Ribena Winter Spice.
Ooh.
It's ribbed for your pleasure at the top. And
Is that like a shitty mulled wine?
Basically, it's mulled wine for people with a problem. Yeah, so I won this at the Slimming World Christmas raffle in December, and I've taken one nip out of it, and it's fucking disgusting.
We tried diluting it.
I've tried diluting it. I've tried having it warm. It's
lemonade?
awful.
Have you tried not putting it up your ass?
No. To mirror my own sex life, it's a bit dusty as well. Hasn't been touched in a while. So that's our show and tells for the anything is a dildo if you try hard enough. Which is the name of a Facebook group I recommend you all join. It really is. I'm not making that up.
And again, I don't know about you, but I'm imagining Ian sitting on that M&M man right now.
Okay, Ashley is now going for reassurance, but still coming across as creepy.
I am fat, but I didn't say I was a bad thing. I just am fat. It's fine. I'm still fucking fine. I'm just fat.
Jesus, Kitty,
I didn't say I was a bitch either. I mean, I also can be a bit of a cunt. But one reference to me needing to run to the kitchen and suddenly you're a lovely person. I didn't say I wasn't. I actually am not necessarily, but let fat people be fat. We're here, it's fine. I'm not gonna eat you.
He'll be disappointed. Ash, yeah. I like the fact that Ashley also went to get an item, even though we can't see it. He's put, I have a rolling pin. I have that, okay?
We're going back to the frets now.
He's in your house. He's in the kitchen. He has a rolling pin and a knife.
And
Martin
nothing else
also-
on apart from a little towel.
Martin also joined in. Got a banana, possibly a cucumber.
I wonder why Jason Momoa looks so happy.
I think that was
That's
a
the
guess
point.
as to what we were going to return with. Honey, again, I don't have vegetables in my house right now.
I just thought it'd gone a bit posh then. One will get a banana or a cucumber. One will. Royal jelly,
No.
probably.
Nobody suspected the Ribena, Winter Spice, the M&Ms, or the porridge flute. Martin, you're a lovely guy. Is he
Back on
just putting
Facebook,
the
going
moves
between
off
platforms.
everyone now? Yeah, you do come across as a very special person, Kitty Miss Lena, and that's okay.
That's special's a word they've been using my entire life, and I'm never sure it's a compliment.
Everyone in the comments is now trying to compliment bomb Kitty, and I can see that it's not working out. Love your hair, Kitty. 2 love heart emojis.
It grows out of my head. I dye it red.
Martin Carrick, I'm very posh. Sorry, one is very posh. Ashley Partridge, I have strawberry that I'm eating with ice cream. I've got to get a whole new set of sound effects, including an
Is this an
alarm.
invitation?
Yeah, an Ashley Partridge alarm, which means I'm not going to touch his comments for the rest of the evening. Peter Eames, the M&M does have a flared base.
Does it fuck? Where the fuck is that going? No, honey, no. Please.
Guys, you know when Jimmy Savile was caught and everybody said, all the young people said, guys, you must have seen Jimmy Savile was like that kind of person. You must have noticed it. And of my generation, we're kind of like, yeah, well, kind of. If Ashley Partridge is on Crime Watch, we're all going to get the blame. We're all going to be like, yeah, we should have figured it
If
out.
I'm dead, if I'm in the Trent or in Chesterfield,
Kitty, if that happens, I don't want to be like horrible. Can I get your chair?
yeah, because I don't fucking fit in it. That's another fucking problem. I don't
Take
fit in this chair.
Take that as a yes.
Okay, he's probably
Ashley,
just
through you,
innocently. He's probably just innocently leaving, but that again feels like a threat.
Good night, everyone. Enjoy your last breath.
That bombshell. It's time to wrap up. So when we're finished with this, when we go off air, we're going to record a bonus question just for the podcast. This week was an epic fail with the podcast when I, instead of putting out the actual podcast audio file, I put out the 10-second file of me wrapping it up at the end, and I didn't realise until today. So massive.
Did anyone
apologies to
notice?
everyone last week.
Did
Sadly
anyone
not,
notice?
no. Which is bad because last week's bonus question was probably the most filthy and most revealing question that's ever been asked on this show. So that episode last week is going to go out tomorrow, and this episode is going to go out on Tuesday. So double the amounts this week. So before we finish, we're going to go around everyone to see if they have anything to plug, even if it is just their socials, starting with Ben.
Yeah, just my socials really. Ben Turner comedian on Facebook and Ben Turner comedy on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. Love you all.
Nice, Ian.
Yeah, I'm Ivy Laughing on Twitter. Gig wise in Edinburgh, I'm doing the UK pen off on the 18th and Awkward Question Time on the 19th. Yeah.
Yes, excellent, Pete.
Yeah, I rent out Serial Killer for Hire, Ashley Partridge, and also my new book, Project 49. I actually didn't know I was plugging it, but it's my thing. It's really actually quite good. It's not shit. I've got a few other books, but buy it on Amazon, or just read it on Amazon, or just give it a great review. Either or. Thank you.
That's fine. I've changed my middle name to. Do you know I've written a book? So I'm fine with that. That's cool. Yeah.
Can I plug my mate's book? It's my best man, The Look by Lee Coates. Done it.
Lovely. Anyone else written a book?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
One day.
Kitty's going to read a book. Get it on pre-order
wow.
now on Amazon.
No, stuff to plug. So I have got a few gigs coming up. You can find them on my socials. I'm Kitty Like a Cat, Messalina Like the Third Wife of the Emperor Claudius. But most importantly, I know it's a way away, but I'm not doing Edinburgh anymore. So now the Nottingham Comedy Festival is in November, and on the 9th of November at 9 p.m, that's a lot of you can come see my 1 hour solo show, which I haven't written yet, but I promise it'll be good. And I'm doing a musical show this time. So that's new, that's fun. Come see my new 1 hour. It's currently, as I say, not written, so it's called Get a Bucket and a Mop for This Work in Progress. It'll be filthy, it'll be musical. Come see that. Otherwise, see me sooner by following socials that way. Where are they? That way. You can find me and see me doing things around the place. I'm going to be in Glasgow, I'm going to be in Birmingham, I'm going to be somewhere, Wigan,
We
I think.
can do something together in
See me.
Glasgow. I've got a gig in the Hard Rock Cafe in Glasgow in November. We can do a joint thing. And Ashley
I've got one in September in Glasgow, I think, because it's like freshers. Yeah, it's the diversity quota, and that one's like their student freshers one, 27th of September. It's a Wednesday. But follow my socials. I've got all sorts all around the place. I've got a few queer gigs coming up, so yeah. If you don't see that, then that's a hate crime.
Just wrapping up in the comments, Ashley Partridge. Martin, you are a lovely guy. Martin, if there's a knock on your door, don't answer it.
But I need to order dinner.
Did somebody say just eat? Not if Ashley's delivering. So I have things to plug as well. My name is Alex. Did I mention I've written a book? Leam. There we go. So the current version, which is on Amazon, has been proofread by a third party. If you want one of the original versions that hasn't been proofread because I thought I'd got it right, then let me know. I still have a wedge going spare. Hopefully there'll be collector's items one day. I hope. You never know. They might be worth a fortune. And also, in beautifully sewn and seeded by Ian, a fringe preview of Awkward Question Time live this week. Wednesday, 28th of June at Craftworks in Mossborough in Sheffield. So on the panel for Awkward Question Time Live will be Greg Phillips, Katie Brown, Dan Lythe, and Susie Frost, and myself as well. So come down and see us there. Free entry, pay what you want. Even if we get just 3 people in the audience, that's still an authentic fringe vibe. And no, that is not my body on that photo. That is Rob.
I don't think it's your head. I thought it was Declan Donnelly.
Whoa! Well, we both have 5 heads, so
I think Katie does her name with an IE when you're doing your posters.
That's not considering that I've called Elton John Elon tonight. That's not there. And I've lost the screen. I can't get rid of the fucking poster. There we go. It's gone. It's gone now. It's gone. It's fine. It's fine. Right. So I'm gonna change my middle name instead of did you know I've written a book to did you know I can't spell for fucking toffee. Martin Garrick had many a wild night at the Hard Rock Glasgow. Great place.
Come along this Saturday afternoon. It's a matinee. It's an hour show. I can't wait. Come on, come up and drink loads of beer and be surrounded by glass features. Ashley will be there, I'm guessing.
Yes, but he won't tell us. He'll just observe us from afar. So we're on off to record the bonus question. But thanks again for our panel tonight. Ben Turner, Ian Bowden, Kitty Messalina, and Pete K. Malley. Back live again next Sunday night at 8:30. Until we meet again, stay awkward.